This video, like every video, is sponsored by my patrons. Hi everybody, my name is Alecia Renece and I am so happy that you are here. Thank you all so much for supporting, for loving, for encouraging. It really means a lot to me. And I have some exciting news to share with you on this Creative Friday. I am creating an album. I'm creating an album and I'm so excited. It's actually like a multimedia project. Anyway, but I'll share more about that later. But first, I wanted to answer the questions: who, what, where, and why. What is this project? What is it all about? And how you can support if you feel led to support, how you can get access to the project, all that good stuff. But first, here we go. All right, ready? So I'm making an album for Black women specifically. And I've addressed this in my past video about why I create content for Black women, but this project was actually birthed from a couple of years ago. I did a project called The Free Black Woman, and it was a photo project. And I'm getting ahead of myself, but anyway, it was a photo project called The Free Black Woman. And the whole point of the project was to photograph beautiful Black women in their natural form, being themselves in the way that they best show up as themselves, and having them fill in the blank. I am the blank Black woman. I am the blank Black woman. And the whole point was so that Black women could define themselves for themselves. The world is full of people telling you who Black women are, what they aren't, what they can do, all this other stuff. And I wanted Black women to tell their own stories. Yeah, and that was a great project. And then I went on the road in the RV. And the project was put on pause. And I honestly didn't know what to do with it. I was like, okay, I can share it, but I really didn't have the pieces together. And now I have the pieces. So in addition to the photo project, I'm going to be making music. Last year in the summer, I started making loops, affirmational loops that were encouraging, that told stories. And I've been writing songs for a minute. And a lot of my songs are telling stories. They're encouraging or just telling the truth. And sometimes those truths are hard. And I'm going to combine the photos, the affirmations that I share on this channel, the writings I have, the stories of other Black women, interviews, encouragement, and music to put together in one project. And so I'm still working on the name, more on that coming soon. I'm still thinking about the name, but essentially it's a project to uplift Black women, to lift their spirits, to tell their stories, to make music from their stories. I actually made a song. You can check it out here. I made a song about one of my friends. She is a sexual assault survivor. And I wrote a song just for her. She told her story. She wrote it in, and I made a song from it. And you can listen to that song here. And I'll share it at the end of this. But yes, so I want it to be a soundtrack to healing. Like I want my music to be a soundtrack to healing. I said that before with the intro video to this channel. I want the music that I play to be a soundtrack to your healing. And yeah, sometimes the songs I make will be fun. Sometimes they'll be kind of melancholy. They might be reflective. All different kinds of feelings. But ultimately, I want my music to be a soundtrack to Black women's healing, to them finding themselves, loving themselves, being honest with themselves. And that is the whole point. Yes. So the loop project that I started last summer, the first song I did was "You're Not Lazy, You're Just Tired as Hell," right? So you're not lazy, you're just tired as hell. You're not. Lay down, darling, treat your body well. So that song was made for me because I felt lazy. I felt like I wasn't doing enough, all this other stuff, but I really needed to hear that I'm just tired. And so I made that song, I put it out, I shared, and other people resonated with it. And it took off. And I was like, whoa, like what's happening? In a good way, right? And I was overwhelmed in a good way. And it really showed me that what I'm experiencing, I'm not experiencing in a vacuum. There are other people who are experiencing these same feelings, these same things. And so I just kept churning them out. I kept putting out songs and people were like, when are we going to get the album? When are we going to get the album? Well, guess what? I'm working on the album now. It'll be a photo project, music, and writing. I'm still working on how I'm going to put it out there. I'm thinking about zines. I'm thinking about podcasts. I'm thinking about videos. I'm thinking about a lot. But I know at the end of the month, there should be a single. Don't hold me to it, but there should be a single ready to be released. So I'm really excited about that. So we talked about the who and the what. Now we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about where, So I'll be releasing this project in waves. So for the music, I'll be releasing a single every few weeks, and then going like that. And then once I put out enough singles, I'll put it together in a packaged EP or album. And then at the end of all the EPs and albums, sorry, there's a squirrel outside the window going off. But at the end of the project, I'm going to put it all together in an album. And so on the album will be affirmations, music, stories, clips, things like that, things that can serve as your healing. And I think I'm going to have every EP be a theme. So different songs going along with this theme, or maybe not. We'll see. So I'll be releasing this project on Bandcamp, on my own personal site, and then later on onto Spotify, iTunes, etc. And the reason is because I don't know if you knew this, but artists only get 0.004 cent for every stream. And so that's not a lot of money. And Spotify is a great tool to find artists, but it's not a good resource for artists to be paid. And so, so I'll be releasing it on Bandcamp. And so I'll share all that information soon. And you can sign up on my email list at the link below. It'll be below here in the description, to be kept abreast with the project, I'll share locations that I'm taking pictures. I'm talking really fast because I'm really excited. So excuse me, let me calm down. So if you sign up for the email list, I will be able to share with you the progress of the project. I'll be able to tell you where I'm shooting at. So if you want to be included in the photo project, you can. If you want to share your story, you can. And you can also submit your love letters to me. You can tell me your story, tell me your experiences, tell me things you're going through, and I'll take those stories or the stories that resonate with me and I'll make music for it or I'll make art for it and I'll share that with you. So yes, so the love letter project, that is what that's all about, and I'll share the link below. I'm really excited. Okay, so when? So like I said, it's going to be released every few weeks, a single, but the photos will be ongoing, the stories will be ongoing, the interviews will be ongoing, the affirmations will be ongoing. But as far as like completed projects, I'm thinking about releasing it in quarters. What y'all think? Like in quarters, like spring, summer, fall, winter. And I know that you all are very kind and you're like, girl, whenever, it doesn't matter. But I'm thinking about releasing it in quarters and we'll see. So yes, the first single will be released, if all goes well, by the end of this month and in the spring. And so I'll also be starting the photo project this spring just because COVID and I want to be outside doing this, just, to be safe, and it's warmer in the spring. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to start in the DMV area. So if you're interested, let me know. I'm very excited. And so each season I'm thinking about having a different focus or a different theme. And again, we're playing it by ear. This is all an experiment. This is all fun. But yes, it's going to take time, and I'll share my process here on this channel. I'll share my process. Gotta stretch out my legs. Excuse me, y'all. Woo. I'll share my process here on the channel. I'll share my process on the emails, on my Patreon. If you want to join my Patreon, feel free. That would actually be very helpful. And I'll share the process and more. Why? Why am I creating this project? I am in need of this myself. I need encouragement, y'all. I need love. I need to create. And for a while, I had all of these pieces that just would not fit together. I had all these pieces of my life, all these different mediums. I had the photography, the music, and it felt like overwhelming. And I felt like I couldn't be all of myself, right? I couldn't be a singer and a photographer. I couldn't be, a writer and a singer. Like I had to pick one. And this project is really showing me that I can use all three of my main talents anyway to create beautiful things for people, for beautiful people. And I am very inspired by this project. I am so excited. Yeah, so that's the first reason. And it seems like more than just me needs this project. Like I talked about this before in the previous video about why I create content for Black women. The world is so loud with the hate for Black women. And I want to spread love. That's all I want to do. And every project I do, every music I make, every piece of content I make, every podcast I make, even if it's just in fun, the whole point is that people feel like they matter and that they are loved. That is the work I want to do. I want to love people for a living. That's what I really want to do. And I feel like this will be a great project to be able to do that, to be able to share other people's stories, their own journeys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. It's cathartic. That's another reason why I want to create it. And I want to love on folks, like I said, remind them of what they forgot, that they are loved enough and that they matter. And I feel like Black women more than anybody need that right now. The how. This is a personal passion project of mine. I'm an independent artist. And that means that the marketing, the creating, the recording, the mixing and mastering, the the photography, the travel, all these things I'm funding and doing myself. I have a huge help, one in my husband. He mixes and masters my music. He helps me with production, all that stuff. He gets the word out. He encourages me, inspires me when I don't want to do anything, when I'm doubting myself, when I feel off. But for the most part, all this is on me. And yeah, so that can be very overwhelming. It's a process. It's a process. Creating art. I talked about this on Stephanie Perry's video, the interview that I had with her, or the conversation I had with her on her channel about how art is not made for algorithms. Algorithms aren't made for art, meaning it takes time and work to create this art. And so I want to share the process with you. I want to share the ups and the downs, the in-betweens, you know, the what do you call it? Detours. Because I want to show you what it really takes to make art, what it really takes to put a project together, what it really takes to be in a good mental space to put a project together. And one way I'm doing that is by sharing the process here with you right now. Yeah. So creating art takes time and energy, and the process, I'm taking it one day at a time. And so the process that I have in mind right now is taking the loops that I've already created, recording them in the studio, and releasing them so people can have them. And I also should mention, if you want to have the loop version of a few of the songs that I've already shared, you can sign up at the link below, or you can go to aleciarenece.me/feelgoodmusic. And the music will be there for you to download in the meantime while I'm creating the art in the studio. So I'm going to record those songs, put those out, and then start working on the photo project and writing new songs. That's the goal. Interviewing other women, writing new songs, all that good stuff. So, and then during the spring, I'm going to have photo pop-ups where I'll be at a location and I'll share the location, like, so people can sign up, and I'll share that location with them. They can come, get their picture taken, and then, yeah, then go from there. And then share their stories. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. Yes. So with the community, like I said, I plan on doing this with community. So like I said, independent artists, we're out here. We trying, y'all, but we are one person. In a lot of ways, we're a one person band. Okay. And it is difficult to keep going when you don't have the resources, the encouragement, all these other things. So if you want to help me and journey with me in this, I would appreciate all your prayers, all your encouragement, all the love that you already share. And if you want to partner with me, you can go to my Patreon to support me. And I'll put all the links below as well. You can donate on my Ko-fi or Ko-fi, I don't even know how to pronounce that, but KO/FI to make a one-time donation or to make a monthly donation. Much like Patreon, you can do both there. You can make a donation and join my membership. And I'll be sharing the process with you in real time. So another way that you can help with this project, if you don't have the funds to help, you can submit your story. So if you go to the link below, you can submit your story and I'll read it and I'll take it in and I'll try to create art for your story. And I'll also put these stories together, and they can be anonymous. You can make them anonymous, make a note to make sure that they're anonymous. And I'll be sharing your stories with other people because I feel like storytelling is the great connector. When people tell their stories and they tell their truth and they're honest, people feel seen. People feel like they're not alone. They know that they're not doing life by themselves. They're not crazy, right? They're not imagining these things. There are other people who are going through or who have made it through what they're going through. And my goal is to take these experiences, put them together in some sort of publication, maybe a zine every quarter or something, or maybe every year, and share them with other Black women. And then Black women can share that with other Black women. And so out of all of that, I just thank you. I thank you. I thank you all for being here. I thank you for supporting me, for believing in me. I thank you for hearing my heart. I thank you for the kind words, the encouragement. I appreciate you journeying with me. And that really means a lot to me. And I really appreciate y'all. So yeah. And above all, again, I appreciate you for making room for me, for taking time out of your day to hear me, and to time out of your taking energy, to listen to me. It takes energy to listen to somebody, and I be rapping. So I appreciate y'all. But overall, I cannot wait to start this project. Now that I have the vision, I'm like, let's do this, right? Let's get started. How do I get started? And it starts with you. It starts with you. So if you want to submit your story, I appreciate that. If you join Patreon, I appreciate that. And I forgot to mention, if you join Patreon or donate, you will be listed as my producers for this project. For literally on the album, as many names as I can fit. I'll find a way to fit all the names on there, even if it has to be 0.005 font. But your names will be on the project to say that you are a producer of this project, because you literally are helping this project come to life. And so I appreciate you. I love you. This will be an ongoing series, just like, keeping you all abreast with the project. And yeah, that's all I got. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Are you interested? Give me all the things. I would love to hear. And I will now be sharing the song that I did for my friend who is a sexual assault survivor, called In Your Prison. And if you like that song, then I'll share another song at the end for you to listen to as well. So about depression. So until next time, y'all, talk to y'all later. Bye.
God may have made you strong, but God didn't make you smart. If you thought that I would live here in the dark, all that you have's a lie, and all that you are's a fraud, and all that you think I am, I don't recall. 'Cause I'm walking in sunlight, and I'm taking me some, shining on everyone. 'Cause I'm dancing in sunlight, I'm walking in freedom. You are the only one in your prison.